trainers, welcome back to Pokemon Deck Check. I would be PokeDad.
I'm the Dancing Bear at first base.
And today on Pokemon TCG, Unified Minds, testing, rotation deck, profile, whatever you want to call it. We've got a Alolan Exeggutor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've retooled it, twice now?
Mm-hmm.
And we can get into why we made these changes and
How they benefit.
yeah, versus how we had it. I think the first build had maybe the most potential to be successful, but in the end, it's too difficult to get into your beast at the right time, along with beast energy or the correct energy. It proved to be very, very complicated, very complex. It was good in theory that you kind of had a single prize answer to a lot of decks, but it turned out to just be too much, So we toned it back, made it more consistent, and we're very happy with this build. So let's get into it, Dancing Bear.
All right, starting off. 2 execute grass and 2 execute psychic.
Mm-hmm.
3 executor that are dragon. 1 that is grass.
Yep.
And 3 swablu. 3 Altaria. A 2/2 Blitzels up strike line. 2 Shuckles and a Ditto.
So we wiped the slate clean of the beast kind of box engine.
And the Jirachis.
Yeah, and the Jirachi engine, and have opted for an Elm build. Elm, so you're going to get set up, because there's a lot of pieces, because Mysterious Treasure, that's why you'll see the kind of the split on some stuff. Mysterious Treasure, adding 2 grass executes helps kind of take the pressure off Mysterious Treasure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Adding Elm also takes the pressure off of Mysterious Treasure, which helps us get into our stage 1s a lot easier, right?
It does.
So everything kind of just meshes really well together with this build. We like the 2/2 split because you have, if you don't get into Elm, you have a Mysterious Treasure option, or you have Netball option, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time you're going to use Netball to grab your energy so you can attack. But it does give you a nice out to grabbing a grass execute, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what we wanted to do. We feel like we get the most value from our Mysterious Treasures and our Netball with this kind of split, plus adding 20 with the damage output, because that was our main concern is without the damage output, you're going to be two-shotting people, right? You're not hitting any weakness. This is teched in for the slowpoke, Psyduck matchup. But otherwise, you're not really hitting anything for weakness. So your damage output has to be raised to where you for sure get the 2-shot. And Charizard's 270, Mewtwo's 270 are the 2 main ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pikachu, Zekrom, you're probably going to get the 2-shot. But even then, we were consistently hitting 100 damage and not 120.
Big difference.
And even doing 120, that doesn't get you to the Charizard. So Altaria is going to help with that. Plus we play Dragon Talon that's going to help with that. So with this build we had in our mind, we need to have an answer for Mewtwo and we need to have an answer for Charizard. And rather than playing like the Beast Box engine that did have really nice answers to both of those decks, we've opted for let's just raise the damage output, play the 2-shot game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Zebstrika, like I said, we took out the Jirachis, so we need some form of digging, plus it can get rid of energy into our discard pile, so great synergy there. Ditto, why not play it? We're playing a whole bunch of different, stage ones. Ditto's super versatile. And then Shuckle's good. We did have a 3 that was kind of overkill. Most of the time, if you just get 1 plus your, maybe this gets discarded, all of a sudden you're up to 80 damage plus the 20, so you're at 100. So you can get to 100 damage really, really easy. It's just raising it up over 100 that becomes problematic.
Alright, for items, 4 Netball, 4 Mysterious Treasure, 2 Communications, 2 Dragon Talon, 2 Switch, 1 Poke Gear 3.0.
You're going to think when you see the final kind of build of this that we went completely overkill on setup. But keep in mind that's for thinning and just ultimate consistency. This is not a streamlined, completely teched out deck, okay? This is streamlined, but for consistency, okay? So if you're looking for something that's completely teched out, this isn't it. If you're looking for something that's a very, very good, solid foundation starting point, this is it. So 10 forms of search. If you want to factor in Elm, we're looking at 13 forms of search.
Yeah.
If you want to factor in Poke Gear, you're looking at 14 forms of search. So is it overkill? Probably. But right now, the deck sets up 100 for 100. So, Dragon Talon, if they hit into you, put 3 damage counters on it. That helps you get the numbers against Mewtwo and Charizard. Without that, you are going to struggle to get the right numbers, right?
Indeed.
So, everything else standard. Note, only 2 switches, no escape rope. Altaria has free retreat, so that's a very, very good option. If you get knocked out to just put Altaria in the active, it has free retreat.
3, 3, 3, 1.
Took out the Hapus, opted for Elm rather than just grabbing 2. We like that better. Brock's Grit. There's a ton of Pokemon you can shuffle, plus shuffling in a couple grass energy could be good. So just a one-of tech of him. It's frustrating when you have to play him over one of these other supporters, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they need to come out with Rescue Stretcher or Super Rod or Sacred Ash, something like that to recover Pokemon other than a supporter. So, very disappointing where we're at as far as Pokemon recovery in the format. That's our best option. So,
sadly.
that's it for that.
Then, stadiums. 3 Shrine.
3 Shrine, once again, we got to get the damage output up. If we can't get the damage output up, then there's no point to even playing this deck. So, if you hit with 120 and then a couple Shrine ticks here and there, then all of a sudden you're knocking out Mewtwo, you're knocking out Charizard, and you're for sure knocking out Zekrom Pikachu. So, 5 grass, and then a whole bunch of one-ofs just to get in the discard pile. There's no real reason why we chose any of these colors.
Except for fire.
So, yeah, fire was fine because, Heat Factory or anything like that, or even like Giant Furnace, you could discard one of these energies and grab a fire, so.
Dark, you can use a stadium where you get free retreat, and fighting, you can possibly use Dojo.
Yep, so, I think you probably could cut down a grass since you are playing Brock's, but that seems risky because we are playing, it's kind of the same concept as like Gramble, right? You want to make them knock out 6 Exeggutors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll need at least 6 grass, to win, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I wouldn't go down to 4.
That and you can possibly discard Brock's Grit with the Zeb Striker.
Yep. But I mean, I'm thinking, you use Shuckle, you get 3 into the discard, right? And then your Exeggutor gets knocked out. So right there, your damage output for your next Exeggutor has a base of 100 damage. And then if you have Shrine, you're at 110. Even in Altaria, you're at 130.
Yeah.
So you just need another Shrine Tick or another Altaria or another energy in the discard.
Dragon Claw.
Or Dragon Talon, and then you're for sure two-shotting the Mewtwo and the Charizard. So that's the whole key to this deck on its success is your ability to two-shot the big guys, right?
Yep.
If you're having to 3-shot them, then that's essentially you're trading 3 prizes to 3 prizes, right? But if you're two-shotting, then you're trading 3 prizes to 2 prizes, if that makes sense. So it comes down to the 2-shot game, and you're gonna know straight away if you're going to win or lose. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, so that's what this deck is built towards, getting the for sure 2-shot. And as far as matchups, it looks pretty good against the other 1-prize attack decks because you do have a beefy 160.
And you have the potential to one-shot them.
So, so you get into... that's why we're not too worried about the fire weakness because, I mean, they're just going to... Mewtwo and Charizard are going to run you over anyways. So, but the 1-prize attack decks could possibly struggle, against you, especially if they're not playing like Volcanion or something. But even then, you have the Dragon to cover that weakness against Volcanions and stuff.
And Blaze Fun, they have to discard 4 energy to knock out the Dragon Exeggutor.
Regular Blacephone's going to struggle against this, and Baby Blacephone is for sure going to struggle against this.
And you can potentially one-shot the Blaze Fun.
You can easily one-shot the Baby Blacephone with only 120 health.
Mm-hmm.
So, how good is it? I don't know. It's definitely going to be in our 20-deck tournament, right?
I think so.
So we'll just have to wait and see how it does. But I'm definitely liking this better than the Beast Box because, like I said, on paper, Buzzwole to hit Zekrom for an easy KO. That sounds wonderful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nihilego being able to hit Mewtwo for a one-hit KO sounds awesome too, right?
Yes, it do.
Or, what was the other one? The Zergatree being able to do the massive damage, or the Kartana.
The 100 and 120.
Yeah.
Paralysis.
Yeah. I mean, all that sounds really, really awesome, but how are you going to find the lightning energy or the beast energy?
And you gotta hope you have it at the right time.
And we don't have a for sure way to search out those beast Pokemon unless you play Ultra Space. But you don't want to play Ultra Space. You want to be playing Shrine. Poke Comp. But we've seen, Poke Comp isn't the most reliable search engine out there. Yeah. So it looks really awesome on paper, but once you sleeve it up and spread it out and shuffle it up and play it, it's chaos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is much safer. So anything else, Dancing Bear?
No.
All right, well, till next time, be excellent to each other.
I'm party on, dudes.